Righto, back again. We'll play the same game as last time where I'm going to work on this van now and then the WRX. Mrs.'s WRX, a really clean one, which I'm finally going to finish off. It's on the road, so you'll see that in a sec. So what I'm playing with today is a Renault traffic van. Okay, so I had a phone call from a guy to come and buy this van. And he didn't want to spend any more money on it because it already cost him a lot of money. So when you start it up, it throws a code on the dash that says injector fault, right? And being a diesel, anyone that's ever played with diesels knows that an injector pump, who the fuck's that? Knows that an injector pump is a nightmare and a very, very expensive exercise. But it throws the injector fault. I'll show you it on the dash in a minute. But it also, once you do a little bit of research, it says that if the airflow meter, which is this, right, is shot, where do I even start? Very, very basically, an airflow meter, which is what this is, okay. See in there, right, when you look through there, there's little wires. Those little wires in there, they tell the engine how much air is coming from the air cleaner into the engine. So then it'll increase the fuel for the amount of air, so you get your air fuel ratio right. Once they get gunked up, it doesn't read how much air is going in, or it tells the engine that it's not enough air, and your throttle ends up really doughy, right? So you're driving along and you accelerate and it's not going anywhere because the ECU isn't sensing how much air is coming in, so it's not giving it more fuel, if that makes sense. Now, you can buy sprays and that to spray and clean airflow meters and all the rest of it. They don't work, they just wreck the airflow meter. Well, personally, I've never had any luck. I've got a new one there now, so I'll show you on the scan tool. I'll move this up the top. I'll show you on the scan tool what it's bringing up. And this scan tool's a very, very cheap scan tool. I think they're about 150 bucks. I have bought a new one, which you'll see very soon, but this will show you enough to work things out for yourself. Because when you go into the data on it, it reads 000, so it's not reading anything on that scan tool at all on that airflow meter. So we'll move. I've got it running enough because I pulled it out and I scraped it and cleaned all the gunk off all the little wires, so it runs enough to drive it, and I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that that's going to be the problem. So we'll get up the top. Actually, you guys check out this WRX. I'll get this up the top and I'll see you at the end of it, and we'll run through what I've put on, and hopefully I've fixed this problem, because this van's actually a pretty good thing. So righto, enjoy the WRX. She is an absolute gem, that car. Hey guys, it's been a while. Not really good at this YouTube stuff, am I? I just get overwhelmed with what goes on, and then you film stuff and then time goes by and then you forget where you're at. So I don't actually know where I'm at, but I know that I'm Nicole's WRX, so my wife's WRX. She's had it back on the road now for about 6 months. It's got the Simmons on it now. This thing's been really repainted. It is awesome. When I got it back from the painter, this strip was missing. These ones, right? So yesterday, just to wreck my day, I get no time to do this stuff, but tried to fit the strips, but I found out that you have to remove the windscreen to fit the strips. See how the glue holds the clips, right? So I'm gonna have to get a razor blade in there, cut it away, cut into there. I bought new window sealant, and then I'll be able to sit those strips on. And then these strips here didn't come with all the clips, so I can't fit them anyway, so I've got to go and order all the clips. These look to be sort of the same, where I'm going to have to cut away at the goo to get them in there. So it's just annoying, to be honest, because the fucking strips were nearly $1,000 for that one, that one, that one, and that one, and they didn't even come with clips. But I do love this thing with the Simmons on it. It is just mint. I'll give you a look at what we've got going on. Okay, so what you've got is, so this is the new strip, right? And it comes with the clips in it. Now, you're supposed to have it sitting there when you do the windscreen. So what I've done is I've marked where the clips are going to go on that masking tape, right? And then I've ran the razor blade through. See that one there? How, can you see it, where the clips pushed into the goo and pushed into the goo? So I've gone through and taken the goo out of that section. Windscreen's still sealed, and the goo out of that section. So then I can sit the strip in there. I'm gonna fill up that spot with windscreen sealer, and then put the strip on, and then so it hooks underneath the windscreen. So I'll come under there just a touch, and then that'll hopefully seal that in there, because you're supposed to put the windscreen in and then stick the thing on. So I'm hoping that's gonna work. I've got to do the same thing on the back one. See how that clip there is in the goo, like, because it's sort of it can move out, but if the goo wasn't holding it, yeah, and you see there where it was stuck in the goo. So I've got to do the same as what I've done and mask that off, and then yeah. But then you've got these ones here. These ones here are the ones that run all the way along the top, and these ones come with clips, these ones didn't. So same deal, I'm going to have to clean that crap out, and I'm going to have to go order new clips tomorrow. Nerily wants this car next weekend, so I'll order new ones for up here, because all the other cars I've got, they just fall apart. Yeah, anyway. And I've realised something. I really like working on ship boxes, because this thing's too nice. But anyway, it has come up mint, but love me wheels. It's just beautiful, this thing. Absolutely love it. It's so tough. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Bike's coming along too. Got that new seat. The new bars are on. Put a wide glide front on it. You can't really see that there, but there's a new front with a 3-degree rake. But when this is the spacer for the front wheel, that's an extra spacer that old mate sent me, right? So I bought it like a $900 kit, and it didn't fit. So I have to actually, and that side there is too small to go over the wheel. So I've got to machine that out. So you buy a kit because you think it'll be easier than just making it yourself, and then you got to end up making it yourself anyway. But anyway, I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm not enjoying it at all. Righto, so I've dug out all along there, and all along there you can see where the marks are that I've made. And then I've got Sally's windscreen sealer. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the goop in the slots here that I've made, and then I'll peel the tape off, and then we will drop our strip in theory. And I'm not very excited about it. Let's see how we go. Okay, so I've filled in those gaps with the sealer. I'll take this off now because the strip will go over the top of this, and I don't want the tape underneath it. So just peel that back, which has protected the paint and everything else. I'll use 2 hands, and I'll show you in a sec. I'm happy with that. That's gone on really well. The rubber's sitting nice, that's sitting nice. There's a little bit more of a gap under there than I'd like, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that, and it's not going to go anywhere. So then the back one's on as well, and the rubber's sitting perfect. Next ones are these ones, but I've got to go get clips. I need 8 yellow ones, that side and that side. I'm probably going to do the same thing here and chew out this crap. And then the top ones are different, and then them ones are different. So yeah. So go and order those clips tomorrow, hopefully get them by Wednesday, and then whatever day I get them, I'll cut out that stuff and do it all in the one night. Yeah, cool. So this is her finished. It's a little bit dirty. Nicole took it to Brisbane the other day. But yeah, so strips on, door one's on, roof ones are on. It's come up well. Bloody nice car this, love it. Yeah, I've got 3 carports that I've just bought to put up along here so I can protect it a bit better, but this thing just come up so nice. It's just such a nice car. And I've just bought this. Yes, RX8, it's a roller, but the body's good on it. Non-sunroof, paint's good. Yeah, I've got another one there. It's got that real bad red interior. I don't think it's locked, but yeah, but it's not a bad thing. There's a few marks around it, but everything's there for me to be able to take the motor out of that other one that got hit in the back, because I've got a good 13B and a 6-speed there, so soon hopefully. But yeah, mint. Righto. She's a beast, that thing. Hope you enjoyed the WRX. I've got a few more videos like this to catch us up, but this is current what I'm doing right now. So, but anyway, righto. So when I bring up the scan tool, it brings up, it says there, mass airflow meter, okay, which is what we're going to replace. and then mass airflow circuit. But what you can also do is you can start it up now that I've got it running, right, and then you go back through the menu to live data, all right, and then select all items, right, and then you run down these menus. Okay, this is only a cheap tool too, this one, and then it's got air intake, mass airflow. See how it's there? Nothing. Okay, so that's showing me that it's definitely that. But then on the dash, oh, it just flashed away from it. It said check injection, now it's saying check emissions, because the emissions would be all up the shit as well, because it would be dumping fuel, taking fuel out, trying to set itself, trying to get a reading. So I'm going to change this now, swap that out, okay, and hopefully that fixes the problem. Then this thing will be mint. It's not a bad thing. It's got solar panels on it, lithium batteries, all the back's decked out. Like, yeah, so yeah, I did buy another camper this week too, a big Iveco one with a kitchen in it and solar power and stuff like that. It's over at home. I got to clean that out. Yeah, anyway, that's another mission all in itself. But we'll get this one sorted first. We'll go from there. So I'll put this on and let's see if it fixes. Righto, so I fitted that up. We'll start this up now. I will say one thing. Buying cheap airflow meters, which is what I've done because I couldn't get a genuine one quickly. So this one was only like 35 or 40 bucks or something. It wasn't expensive. I looked at the comments on it and someone said that they ordered one and it fixed the problem. Right, so in theory, it might work. It's revving properly now, so let's go into our data again, and it's not coming up on the, it just says oil level on the dash. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's actually, it says check emissions, but it didn't come up with the other one. So let's have a look here, go through the menus, processing, check emissions again. With the new scan tool I can get rid of the service light. It's throwing other check engine lights and stuff. So let's check here. Read codes, okay. Right, so that was the old one that was stored. So let's go back. We'll go to erase codes. Okay, okay. Supposed to switch the car off now, but we're not actually too worried about that. Okay, we're going to go to live data. Again, select all. Alright, here we go, and then we're going to look for mass airflow rating. Look at that, it's at 1249. So in theory we should be able to drive this now and it will work. So let's go and test drive it and see what it's going to do. That's reading now, so it's actually telling the engine how much air is going in, which means it should be good, I think. So I'll clear some codes, get rid of the check engine light, and we'll go for a quick drive. Righto, so I've cleared the codes, everything, it says correct oil level, engine lights and all that are off. So I'll back this out and we'll go for a run, and I think we've fixed this, which, yeah, I'll be pretty happy with that. Go for a run. Righto, so we're just taking off from the workshop, just going up my little test track, no check engine light still, and the throttle's working properly, it's accelerating. Normally it nose over now. Righto, so we're golden, guys. That was what the problem was. Such a cheap fix, and the guy pretty much threw this thing away because whoever the mechanic was he took it to told him it needed an injector pump. Like madness. So does that make sense to you guys? Okay, so you have oxygen sensors, okay, which are in your exhaust, okay, and you have an airflow meter which is in your air intake. So an oxygen sensor is sitting in your exhaust and it tells the ECU how much unburnt fuel is dumping into the exhaust, and it sets your idle circuit. All right, this is a very basic outline of how I understand it anyway. So if you have a rough idle, or it's got a hesitation just off the throttle, just as you go to take off, your oxygen sensors, which are the funny looking plug ones underneath in your exhaust, either pre-cat or post-cat, will affect your idle and it'll smell really fuely because it's either not reading and then it'll throw codes, and then your airflow meter, once it comes up off the oxygen sensor up off idle, it switches over to your airflow meter, which means you're moving along and the air is going in the engine, and then it tells the engine how much more fuel to put into the amount of air, so you've got the correct airflow ratio. So this is still good, it's not throwing any codes, and it's revving now. So if you've got a turbo car, right, say the WRX, right, with them, if the airflow meter goes bad, it'll feel like it doesn't hold boost. It'll drive, and then you go to accelerate, it'll go, it'll get boost, and then it'll get real doughy, and it'll feel like the boost just drops off as you're driving. But you can drive it, and then you put the airflow meter in. Once it can register how much air is going in the engine, then it gives it more fuel, which means it'll make boost because it's burning the fuel. And yeah, so the airflow meter is very important. Buying cheap ones like that is a risk. Like Subaru ones that Subaru ones I've bought before, and they haven't worked when they've been cheap ones, and you've got to get a genuine one. But in saying that, Nissan Patrols, the 3-litre diesel ones, the ones in Pulsars are the same as in the WRX. So a lot of the airflow meters are interchangeable because they're just an insert. They're not a big unit like these. It doesn't come as a complete unit like that. That piece there will just come out. So it only looks like a little cassette that slides in. So that is a result, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. So anyone wants to buy a Renault Traffic van with a mad floor, I'll show you the back of this thing while we're here. It's bloody hot today. Aircon works good in this thing, but so I'll give you a bit of a look at this thing. So I don't know if you want to see stuff like this, guys. Like, it's not very exciting, obviously, but yeah, this is a lot of my day-to-day work, is fixing cars like this. So it's got these screens in the back, it's got these mad drawers. Look at that. And it's sort of half set up for camping too, because it's got that whole floor that runs through here. That one there slides forward, so you've got another one. And then it's got all these little outlets, and there's batteries up the front there. Yeah, it's quite a tidy sort of jig. I see solar panel up on the roof, mad tinted windows, and it's got, where is it? Where's the another drawers there? But it's got a, oh here. So you got all your controller and stuff, and your batteries for your solar power. So yeah, how good's that? So if anyone's looking for some sort of camper van, I'm the man to talk to. The other one we're going to keep and fix. I'll show you that on another video down the track. I've got to go over and clean it. I was going to do it this morning, but just went for a ride instead. So yeah, so there you go. You got to be careful what mechanics tell you, because you might throw away a good vehicle, which is what I think they've done here. So I'm going to put a few Ks on this though to make sure it's all right before I do sell it to someone. But yeah, how good's that? A result. Righto guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learnt something too. I think I've spoken about airflow meters before. They are a very common thing. Still no check engine lights. This thing's only done 180,000 Ks. 6-speed, yeah. Yeah, so righto, next video, I don't know, Neroli and that have been working on this old Courier, so might show you that one. Or, I don't know what else is there. The one where I caught fire. Should have seen that, it was a freaking nightmare. Righto guys, hope you're enjoying the videos. I'll keep them coming, and actually the Valiant Ute, I'll show you that next video. Righto guys, see you.